After Boston Legal ended, I said to my peeps, whatever they call them, that I'd rather not pursue another television series, to come back here and just see if there was any interest. And I did a bit of a boot camp here. Last summer I did an off-Broadway play at the Cherry Lane, just to live here as an actor. I never worked here as an actor. The first time I came to New York as an actor was to host Saturday Night Live. So I wasn't aware of the city. I didn't know it. I didn't grow up here. I grew up in New Orleans. And so I came here to do that, and I was just fortunate enough for this part in this play and Daniel Radcliffe to all fall in my lap, as it were. Daniel and I worked together a lot alone, and it became apparent that there was a comedy element there that we never actually we never mention it. I never, there's no physical business specifically that points that out, but just the image of this 6'5" guy next to this shorter than 6'5" fellow. Is just funny. And he's a great physical comic, and I sort of pride myself on having some agility physically with comedy. And we got, just worked out a lot of that stuff. The leapfrog with me just going my leg over him without jumping happened in rehearsal one day, and much of that happened as he and I just started working out the number. 20 years of my 30-year career has been every Friday night there would be 350 people at the soundstage at Warner Brothers, and we would perform it for them. And we did it in sequence. Of course, sometimes we'd back up and repeat, as we always do if something goes wrong. But so an audience was not at all a new element to me at all. And you play to them, and you feel their energy. You don't let them dictate. But audiences do dictate rhythm, obviously. It's great, because some of the funniest, and I've said this in other places, but some of the funniest things that ever happened, particularly on Night Court, were because we had to hold while the audience was laughing. You're not going to step on and laugh. You're not going to say the next line until they can hear you. And you have to fill that time. So a lot of the physical business that I created, that Harry Anderson created, that Daniel and I create on stage, particularly like at the end of Old Ivy, me feeling my pulse in my throat, I do, just to fill that time to be still alive, and some funny things happen because of that. For this community to not only welcome me for the first time ever being on Broadway, but to embrace me enough to offer me this sort of honor is a spectacular feeling. And I actually was, I'm not a very emotional fellow. I save that for the stage. But walking up to receive this, I felt myself choking up, which I don't normally ever do, except watching my children play music. I am contracted through January of next year, as well as Daniel Radcliffe is, and so he and I will stay till then. And then I don't know.